Welcome to the first episode of Body Talks, where we talk about bodies and neutralize those conversations. So this is Hannah. She is one of the coaches, trainers here at WhitFitness, CrossFit EVVIVA, and then you're the owner of ATP, right?
One of them.
Which is, what is ATP?
ATP is Advanced Training and Performance. Cut. Advanced Training and Performance is a youth program designed to develop the strength and athleticism of athletes, younger athletes.
Love it.
Which is super fun. We found that athletes were coming into high school and getting injured really quickly because they're getting thrown into the weight room, which is a very new thing for high school athletes, I think. And so we saw this disconnect. And so we wanted to bring them in, teach them how to safely move their body, how to feel confident around weights.
Yeah.
And then we've just seen a huge improvement in their performance on any sport that they're doing too.
That's amazing. That's really cool. Yes. If you have adolescents in Eugene, check out ATP. Plug for that. But overall, diving into the intention of these conversations, I mean, Hannah, how would you generally describe your relationship with your body?
Yeah. I've always had a really good relationship with my body. I'm not somebody who's ever felt really uncomfortable, actually. I've done like pretty intense sports throughout my entire life, growing up in gymnastics and doing that until I was in high school. And then just feeling really, I was like always the athletic one, I guess. So I always just felt capable.
Do you feel like your parents, I always like to bring up moms, like do you think she helped nurture that as well?
100%. They've never, like looking at my body or food even, had any sort of stigma around like, oh, you shouldn't be, I've never heard, oh, you shouldn't eat that. Yeah. Or even like, you need to be eating more even. Yeah. No, they've always been a super positive influence in both.
That's awesome.
And they've always let me make my own decisions, which is really cool. Being like, if something doesn't bring you happiness anymore, regardless of what you've put into it, you have to try. Yeah. But you're capable of making your own decisions on when you want to quit, what you want to switch to, as long as you're just trying something new.
Yeah. Since you feel like you had that like awesome kind of neutral relationship with your body, did you ever have times in any of your sports where you were like frustrated about your like abilities or like your strength, like anything like that?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I tend to, there's different like facets of my life that I can like think of that offer different perspectives on the question. I think about in high school, maybe that's when people get more self-conscious and everything like that. In high school, I was playing a lot of basketball and doing a lot of basketball. I was never the fastest one, but I always felt like one of the strongest. Yeah. So I felt like I leaned into
Hannah's jacked, by the way. Just so everyone knows.
You're so nice. Somebody called me a sleeper body the other day.
I was like, feel confused about that term sometimes.
I'm like, I didn't know what that meant.
You're just sweepy and jacked.
And they were like, you wouldn't look at Hannah and think, oh yeah, she can do all these things. But yeah, I think gymnastics led me into, I know how to manipulate my body to get, like I'm very like, I know how to turn things on. I don't know how to else put that, but.
I feel like you're tall for gymnastics.
I'm very tall for
Did that ever impact you?
100%. Yeah. Again, I wasn't the powerhouse type of athlete. I think gymnastics was something that could be really detrimental for athletes for sure. There's different pushes and pulls. And there's a lot of negativity in the sport around bodies and all of those things as well. However, I always felt like there's at least one coach out there that was like, this is what you bring to the table. Nice. Like you're not going to be this athlete who's 5'1" and can jump to the roof. Yeah. But you're going to be a little bit more graceful and lanky, and that's what you bring to the table. Nice. So I always felt like that was something that I leaned into.
I think that's important. It's like, as we're practicing like having a healthy relationship with our body, it's so easy to focus on like, oh, like I don't fit in this size, I can't do these movements well, but like what are your strengths? Yeah. And so as a trainer and coach,
yeah,
what are like some of the main things you think you do to help people maintain that like healthy relationship with their body, especially if they're just starting out working out, maybe they're really struggling with a movement or whatever it is?
Yeah. I try to bring the perspective of where they started. Progress looks really different for different bodies, different people, different goals.
Yeah.
And so being able to continuously bring up those conversations of, hey, progress isn't linear. Maybe your progress hasn't increased a whole lot in a squat, but this upper body thing that was a goal, your planks, holding a plank for a long time was a goal.
Yeah.
But look at how much you've improved there. How do you feel? How does that make you feel? Is a really good question.
Yeah.
Same thing with people whose goals, people come to me and their goals are to gain strength and lose weight. There's a really complex relationship about how that works. Yeah. You need to be eating enough food to increase muscle, but you also need to be in enough of a deficit and move your body enough to lose the weight. So it's body recomp's not easy. No. And it takes a long time. So I think just being able to continuously have those open communication lines with my clients has been huge. I'm somebody like I get told that I'm easy to talk to. Yeah, definitely are. So, which is also a really nice thing. I'm not somebody that has a wall up. Yeah, for sure.
I'm curious too because I feel like you're such a good example of like that again, that healthy neutral relationship with your body. Yeah. I know we're like kind of pathetically holding these 3-pound weights. I'm like leaning more and more. How do you, in general, make sure you fuel your body enough?
How I fuel my body specifically?
Yeah. Like enough.
This
like
is
what
a
is
funny thing because, and I don't know if this is an insecurity of mine either. I've never done a diet. I've never, I've never restricted myself in terms of that. 2 ways that I've tried to lose weight and have actively done things to lose weight. I've always eaten enough. Like I've always just made sure when I feel hungry, I eat.
Cool. Yeah.
It's not always the best thing. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Yeah. But
pre-workout donut.
You saw me last weekend. Pre-workout donut, post-workout mug. Yeah. But I try to enjoy food. Yeah. I'm not somebody who can eat the same thing. I can't eat chicken and rice every single time. I get the ick. No. I look at chicken sometimes and I'm like, what?
Yeah. Also, very side note, one of my favorite things that Hannah's husband Spencer does is he'll share his like rice and beef and he'll be like DM for recipe.
Funny part is people have they don't know if he's being sarcastic sometimes.
But I think that's actually a good point is you live with someone, habitate with somebody who does approach food in that way, like is very kind of like science oriented. It I think is focusing on like macros, things like that. Yeah. Does that ever impact you?
No. Yeah. I mean, I guess subconsciously. Yeah. I'm eating better because he cooks a lot of the meals, and that could be a huge part of it. I'm more aware than 5-10 years ago of what I'm actually eating. I try to eat healthier. Making sure I'm getting enough protein. That's one thing that I really hate.
It's so hard. I think it's one of the hard. I mean, it is the hardest macro to get in.
But making sure that when I have tracked my macros before, I am eating those enough of that. Yeah. But in terms of him just being around and being more focused on that, he's never said, "Oh no, you shouldn't be eating that."
You guys are on your separate journeys.
Yeah. That's awesome. And he's never pressured me to do one or the other. Which I think has been really helpful. But again, we do eat a lot of the same meals. We cook a lot of the meals at home. And if he is making beef and rice, I will add some sauce and I will make it into a taco.
Yeah. DM Spencer coaches for recipe. Yeah, I guess kind of as like a wrap up, you know, again, as a coach, as a trainer, what would you say are some of the main encouragements you would put out there for someone struggling not only with their body, but to like feel like they're not taking care of themselves in the way that they want to?
So what would I encourage them to do?
Yeah. What are the things you would have them keep in mind, whether you're talking about like clear action steps or just a general kind of perspective?
Yeah. I'm a big action item human. So I like action steps.
Okay, cool.
Something that you feel like you're working towards. And those could be very little. I would recommend really taking note, and whether that's actually writing it down in your phone or in a journal, of how you feel, like how your energy feels at the end of the day. Yeah. Are you sleeping okay? There's a lot of hidden cues around nutrition and over exercising, under exercising that your body's trying to tell you.
Yeah.
And with all the stimulation that we have in our day-to-day lives nowadays, they're really easy to overlook.
Yeah.
So I think actively writing it out in some capacity
definitely
can be really helpful.
Yeah. As a general last plug, what is your love / reasoning for having CrossFit be your main form of movement, other than your husband owns this gym?
It's so funny because I'm very open about this. I was not a person who worked out before I met Spencer. My form of working out was pick up games, pick up volleyball, pick up basketball.
Yeah, love it.
And all of that. CrossFit, it took me a long time to get into CrossFit.
Yeah.
It's really intimidating.
It is. It is.
The humans that I get to do hard things with every day, I think encourages me to come back. Yeah. The fact that I get to challenge myself. I'm sleeper competitive. So getting to look at the leaderboard and like either compete with myself or somebody that I know is by me has been super encouraging.
Do you feel like CrossFit as something that, even though you kind of had a neutral relationship with your body, do you feel like CrossFit has changed your relationship with your body at all?
No. I mean, when I started CrossFit,
even in terms of like surprising yourself, I guess?
Yeah. I mean, I've surprised myself about like what I'm able to lift. Like it's frustrating.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But it's a long game. CrossFit has taught me that like all bodies are capable of anything that you put your mind to, I guess. It's so cheesy, but it's like if somebody like us together, we like bench the same. We look very different. And so it's like
that's not true. She benches way more than me.
That's not true. But like, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like you can look at somebody and you make these assumptions that, oh, they can't do that. Oh, prove them wrong, girl.
Prove them wrong. Yeah. If we're hopping on the Echo bike, we're picking Hannah, but
but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah. Okay. No, I do know what you mean. I mean, it goes back to that strengths thing.
Everybody offers something a little bit different, and it doesn't matter the person next to you truly. It matters how you feel and what you feel like you're capable of.
I love it. Yeah. I think in general, great plug. I appreciate you doing this, but great plug. How you raise your kids matters. It helps them form that healthy relationship with their body. And if you're in the need of a trainer to support you having a neutral relationship with your body, this is your gal. And cheers. That's it. Thanks. I'm so done holding this.